Good.
Yeah, we're good. Thanks. All right, everyone. Welcome to the Gentleman's Lab. I am Hugo Velasquez. I am owner of the Gentleman's Lab. I have James here, who's co-owner as well. And this is our 9th Worship and Network here in. This is great to see all of you, familiar faces, new faces. And I just want to share a small testimony of my experience with Worship and Network with Ed Wezzo. So I met Ed at Agora Social Club, which is a men's group. And then from there, he sent me a message. He's like, yo, I want to hear more of your story. And so when we hopped on a Zoom call, I was like, hey, I like the way how you put scripture in your social media. He's like, well, let's talk about that. So we started sharing my experience when I gave my life to Christ. This was 10 years ago. And in the process of that, I also met Pastor Andy, which I met here at the barbershop. He's the pastor of Trinity Church. And through that process of Worship and Network, through all these gatherings, in the middle of those gatherings, I did say once that I was going to get married. And so I did get married 3 weeks ago.
Woo.
Pastor Andy was the pastor who married us. And then also my wife and our oldest daughter got baptized this year at that church. So God is working in mysterious ways and beautiful. And so now I introduce you to Ed Wezzo.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. So we are here. I think one of my goals in 2024 for 2025 was to do something, and I'm trying to look back at it, but it's cool that sometimes we have plans and we think, things are supposed to look a certain way, but God has better plans for us, right? And no worries. Go ahead, Beth. Sorry for the awkward. We got some more people coming too. But our intention wasn't to keep this thing going, right? We had a bunch of you guys were here for the first one, and I think it blessed everybody in the room, right? When we do this, I'm enjoying it just as much as you do, because we give God the main stage, right? We let him do what he does. And if you're in this room, he knows, what your needs are, whatever that may be. And we've had some incredible stories come out of this, right? Come on, guys. Sorry about that. No worries. Welcome. We've had some great testimonies, right? With like Hugo. There's other stories. And so before we kick off, I want to talk to you guys about something that we've been talking about and connecting, right? And we playing around with this idea of something called God's ecosystem, right? Where God has people, organizations, businesses, churches in place to meet us at different times to fulfill his purpose in our life, right? And so I'll give you a quick rundown. I'm 10 years old. There's a lady felt led to preach the gospel in the Bronx in front of my building. She lived there. And at 10 years old, I hear her preaching the gospel and I come to the Lord. Boom. My teens, I tell people all I did was go to church and play basketball. I ended up going to Manhattanville College, where I played basketball there. And when I graduated, when I was in school, I got to the place where I wanted nothing to do with God. I wanted nothing to do with church. I was like, I'm gonna do this thing my way, right? And how many of you, if you've tried that, know that doesn't work out well? But in that institution, God used a professor named Professor Bolin. We're having a beer together on the quad, school's over, and we're just having a casual conversation. And one of the things I mentioned is, man, I used to be a youth leader. I used to do this, I used to do that. And he encouraged me. He tells me, hey, Eddie, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It's the first time I heard that scripture, or the first time it actually resonated with me, where it says, lean not on your own understanding, but trust in the Lord and he'll make your paths straight, right? And so in the institution, boom. In that college, I meet my friend Dave Regina, right? I used to be a bouncer. He was underage. I used to be like, come on in, buddy, right? But we built a great rapport. Dave's always been an incredible stand-up dude. Fast forward, Dave in 2017 starts a podcast called No Snooze. No Snooze led him to meet Sean Degnan, who is part of, co-owner of the Sale House in Terrytown, right? So another institution, another place. They come together, they form another organization called ACE. 2023, I'm looking at the people around me, I'm like, man, I need to be around a better community because our community is everything, right? And if we don't identify that quick, then we miss out on what God really wants for us because people's either bringing you up or bringing you down. And so when I saw what he was doing, this is the power of social media, I was like, man, I want to be a part of that. I want to check that out because it looks like there's a lot of great people there. I go check that out, boom. There I meet Vinny, who has the Agora Club, where he invites me to his program, and that's where I met Hugo. So people, institutions, businesses coming together, right? Playing a role in God's plan for you guys to be in this room right now. Right? So what you do, as you serve people, you serve God. And sometimes when you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, or you're just doing great work in the marketplace, you go to work and you honor God, church doesn't always recognize that. We recognize things that happen on Sunday. And I believe we all desire praise. We all desire to be validated. And as Christians, we're called to encourage each other. We're called to put others before ourselves. And so I've believed that for the longest. And this space is just a manifestation of what I believe Scripture calls, which is let's come together, let's encourage each other, and let's go out there and change the world, right? Last story, I know I'm not crazy, right? I'm 20 years old. I come back to church, and I asked my pastor, I said, hey, how come we don't go to other youth ministries and learn from them? And he was like, let's see. I never understood why collaborating and connecting with other people was a problem. But for some reason, there is a disease that's plagued the church where people become territorial and forget that Jesus said, go feed my sheep, not our sheep. So if there's people that's entrusted under you, that you're serving, that you're leading, they're not your people, they're God's people. And he's allowed you to steward and entrusted you the responsibility of stewarding their path, right? So whether that's a restaurant owner, whether you're a school teacher, whatever it is, you deal with people, right? And so that's the basis of this, and we'll talk a little bit more about that tonight. But every time we do this, and we're gonna do it a little bit different today, we have this tonight wouldn't have been possible without people coming alongside us to say, hey, Eddie, not only do we believe in you and what you're doing, but we want to be a part of it financially, right? So we have some sponsors tonight. They're going to come up here. They're going to introduce themselves, what they do. After that, everybody's going to get 30 seconds. Hey, my name is Eddie. This is what I do. Boom. Very simple, because the reason we do that is sometimes you walk into rooms and you don't know who does what or who's who. My goal is, I tell people, I want to connect good people to good people. That's always been my heart. I'm a bridge builder. I'm a connector. And it makes me happy when I can matchmake. I'm like, oh my God, you need to talk to this person. But why not come into a room where you do that by yourself? If somebody says something that sparks something, afterwards, when it's time to, network and stuff, go up to them. Get their numbers, exchange social medias, and then go have coffee. Go meet with each other. Go have Zoom and let God do what he does, right? So the first person I'm gonna call up, well, I'll introduce, we have Men United. Eric, he couldn't make it tonight. His wife is in the hospital, right? So he was trying to make it. And so he's taking care of business at home, which is where he should be, right? But this guy, I met him through social media. He saw us and he came alongside us and he sponsored this event. And so what they do, hey, what's up? Welcome. What they do is they have, he wants to see men awaken, right, to their purpose, right? His story is wild because a year ago, he would tell you that he was asleep. No purpose, no nothing. And one day he woke up and realized that there was more to life. And then anyway, he felt God waking him up. And so now because he went through that experience, he wants to help other men awaken to their purpose. He's having a big men's purpose night in March 6th, right? So we'll give you guys more information on that, right? The next brother I'm gonna call up, is Thomas. This guy's been a huge blessing, man. And he's gonna come up here and let you know what he does. Make sure you get his business card. All the thank you notes, they have the sponsors, but they also have the QR codes to everybody's social media, so you guys could connect there as well. Thank you so much, brother.
What's going on, everybody? Thomas Stufano, like Eddie said. Before I really tell you what I do, I just want to say how grateful I am that I was able to sponsor this event. I'm really here just because I love and support these guys. Ever since I met them, they've been showing me so much love and support unconditionally, with no expectation of anything in return. And I see them doing that for so many people. So I'm just so proud of you guys, what you've developed here. You had a vision and it really came to life. I mean, standing room only now, it came a long way from the first one. But I'm Thomas Stufano. I have a personal injury practice in Yonkers, New York, but we do handle cases throughout the tri-state area. We handle everything from car accidents to slip and falls, really any type of case where somebody's injured through the negligence of somebody else. And what we help you do is put your life back together after an accident. So if you're in a car accident, we help you get your car fixed. If you're out of work, we help you get lost wages. You need medical treatment, so we help you get that paid for. And then at the end of the case, either through a settlement or a jury verdict, we get you compensated for your pain and suffering. And I always tell everybody, I hope you never need me, but if you do, or a family or a loved one does, and you're looking for an attorney that is responsive, transparent, and fully invested in your case from start to finish, that's what I deliver. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And so I'm big on relationships. Like if I know you and we click and you in my circle, it means everything, right? And so a few months ago, actually, my wife got in an accident, and the first person I called was him, right? And so nothing really came out of that, but the fact that he was able to call and kind of help me navigate that situation to see, what it was going to be, what was powerful. And those are the kind of people that you want in your corner, people that's going to pick up, that's going to, love you regardless of anything comes out of it. And so hopefully nothing ever does, but if it does, you're going to be that first phone call, all right? All right, awesome. And then, so now we have Louisa, right? She's going to come up here and share a little bit about what she does. I just met her in person like 2 months ago. And she reached out, she said, hey, what do you guys need? And
yes.
Happy you here, girl.
Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
having me. So this is the first time I'm here. My name is Louisa Greco, and I'm a local realtor. I'm licensed in New York and Connecticut, and so I can service all of New York and Connecticut, but my heart is really in the Sound Shore community, which is Pelham, New Rochelle, Harrison, Rye, Larchmont, Mamaroneck, a little bit of Greenwich as well. So if any of you need any help, reach out to me. When I heard that you were looking to bless everyone here with Dave Regina's book, 30 Lessons to Lead, I immediately called Dave. I told him that Eddie wanted to provide books to all of you. I purchased the books from him, and he was so awesome. He said he was going to deliver them personally. He is here. He is an amazing resource, and all of you will get one of his books. We also have... Thanks, Dave, for delivering. I really appreciated that. I also have bookmarks, pens for all of you, so you can take notes, because it's really a valuable tool. I really wasn't going to speak on this, but when I heard you say that you matchmake people, I do the same in real estate and sometimes in love too. So my old broker nicknamed me the matchmaker. That was my first nickname in real estate. Because I love and I love real estate, but...
I'm taken.
Yeah. My husband will be happy to hear that. But I don't know a lot of people here, but the ones I do know, Anthony Ramo. So he reached out to me and we met for coffee, right, in Harrison. I was so impressed with him. And then when I asked him his age, I was like, this kid is going to be amazing. He's younger than both of my children. He's so wonderful, so intelligent. So I was so happy I got to meet you and that you reached out. Hugo, I asked Hugo to come to Mount Vernon to hang out with me because it was a new client. I didn't really know the area. Hugo came. He actually put us on social media. The client loved him.
Got free bagel.
I gave him free bagels. And it was amazing. TJ went to school with my son Michael, who's also a realtor. And I thank goodness nothing came of it, but I had to call TJ 3 or 4 times this year. He always answers my calls because I'm not a big texter. I just call you straight up. And he always answers my calls. He always helps. If he can, he finds somebody that will. Dave took my call immediately as well when he found out that we were going to get all of you books. And so many people. James, where's James? Is James here?
Yep.
James, awesome, just amazing individuals. So I'm blessed to be here. I appreciate all of you. And my wish for you this holiday season is the Lord blesses your lives with an abundance of health, wealth, peace, and joy from my home to yours. Merry Christmas and take good care of yourselves.
Awesome. Thank you. And so I think that's a great segue, right? I might invite Dave real quick, man. This guy, stand-up dude. I've seen him in college, right? And then just hearing the stories of things that he's been through, he's truly been an inspiration in my life the last couple years, and he's inspiring so many people around him. So just want him to share a little bit about what he got going on with his book and whatever else you want to share, brother.
Thank you.
Brother. Much love, man.
Yeah, guys, good evening. First and foremost, I really just want to say thank you guys for coming out. You guys supporting something like this is incredible. Eddie is a wonderful human being who I love dearly. It's been 15 plus years, probably 17 now.
Yeah.
Getting old, bro. From Manhattanville College, like he mentioned. And I've been very fortunate, in my life now. I'm a deputy commissioner in the town of Greenburgh. Been in local government for the past 14 years. First time published author. I have a podcast, but a lot of my purpose right now is centered around our work with Action Cultivates Excellence. And I'm here alongside my business partner, Sean Degnan, who you guys will hear from as well. But we are a leadership, training, and transformation company, right? We help change lives, but it was not always that way. It was not always that way. 2017 was a pretty dark year for me. I had gotten married pretty young, and in my 20s, I made a lot of mistakes. I was seeking attention from women when I was married. I was in the clubs. I found myself binge drinking, utilizing recreational drugs, specifically cocaine, and I was in a dark spot, and nobody really knew. And around that same time is when God entered my life through my mother. My mother was addicted to drugs and alcohol for the first 28 years of my life, and we had a very tough relationship growing up. And she's one of my heroes now. But back in 2017, I found myself in a position where I poured all of her Xanax into my hand, and I told her to take them. And she took one pill. And before she took that pill, I said one thing to her. I said, unless a higher power can save you, there's nothing that I can do for you. She took one pill, addicted for well over 25 years. Her eyes roll to the back of her head hits the headboard. She sleeps for about 5-6 hours. She knocks on my door and she says, David, I'm ready to get sober. She has never touched a substance since. So,
Hello?
that
What's up, baby?
was, yes, and she is 7+
Hurry up,
years
hurry up.
sober now. But that was the first time that, I knew that this was real. And you would think a smart
Text.
person would follow the path from
All
there.
right, bye.
I didn't do that. I knew it was real, but I continued to live my life the way that Dave Regina wanted to live his life. And that was not the right way. I ended up changing my life. At that time, I became obsessed with personal and professional development. I would read books, I'd listen to sermons every single day, and really just wanted better. But full circle came around. I ended up getting divorced. I have a beautiful baby girl who is 5 years old. And I'm in a very healthy relationship now. But, things started to crash again. And I found myself in another dark spot. And that's when I was able to find my business partner, Sean Degnan. And we've been in business now ever since. And it's been a great journey on that path. This book came about through God again. Because I was sitting in a sauna. I was meditating. I meditate every day. And I wanted to get closer spiritually. And this was day one of a water fast. And something told me to stay in this meditation. And I'm in that meditation. I see myself speaking on a stage. And behind me, a QR code pops up. and I stay in that meditation. And I know one person that has written books in my direct network, and her name is Mary. So I finished that meditation up, and guess who texted me? Mary. So that was the sign for me to go back and now write this book. So the book is a leadership. It's everything about leadership. It is broken up into 3 parts. You get to lead from within for part 1, lead with intention, part 2, and then lead to multiply. 10 chapters in each section. But the reason that I lead is to serve people and to please God. So I hope the book is of enjoyment for you guys, but I hope that you guys can apply some of the lessons that are learned. And that mistake that you made years ago does not define the person that you are today. And if I can turn my breakdown to a breakthrough, so can you. So thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you. And then our last sponsor, she reached out to me. She's like, Eddie, I love what you're doing. I want to be a part of it. I want to, hook you up with some of the treats that I do. So we have Alejandra. ¿Puede venir por rapidito? So, ¿quieres decir algo? All right, so her name is Alejandra. Usted hace cakes?
Cake personalizado.
Personalized cake. She got like sneakers on her Instagram page, right? So make sure you follow her, connect with her. She don't speak English, but she gonna feel the Holy Spirit today, you heard? But muchas gracias por estar, para compartir con nosotros y, espero que muchas cosas buenas salgan, ¿ok?
Amén.
Gracias.
Gracias,
All right.
de verdad.
All right. Nice. Okay. Yeah. And so, just real quick, want to just thank Monica. I think this is like the 4th or 5th cake. Like the 4th or 5th cake. She saw this and she started blessing us with amazing cakes from like amazing bakeries. And the first one was the Bad Bunny, and I think she hooked that up. So I just wanted to say thank you real quick.
Yes, okay. I have to say, and to everyone here, first of all, my name is Monica Solis, and yes, I am the one who provided some desserts back in July, then August, September, October, up until now. Some cakes that came from many different bakeries, and I must say the reason why this resonates so much with me is because for everything that it stands for, what you are saying, what Dave Regina's talking about, and everyone here. This I just find so incredible because we need more of this in the world. And as we can see, recent events that have occurred in this world, we need more connection. And that's what's so beautiful about this. And that's what resonates with me so much, that, the power of the connection that you guys are just pouring out from what you're doing here with Worshiping Network is just amazing to me. And I just will give you a short story because I know we have, time and everybody, to get up here to say something. I have always known that God has carried me in the palm of his hand, always, always. And since I came to this earth, of course, I've always known what I just said about God carrying me in the palm of his hand because of the great parents, first of all, that he gave me. My dad is here. My mom, 3 years ago, she passed, but I know she's here in spirit. And I knew that God not only carried me in the palm of his hand, but that God was almost just by my side, front of me, above me, behind me, everywhere. Because at the age of 25, a lot of people don't know this, I lost the ability to walk because I had a major accident. And for 1 year, I could not walk. I was in physical therapy for a whole year. And during the course of that whole event, there was a medical need that where I was hospitalized, which is where I work at Jacobi Medical Center, that I needed, and it was through God that the surgeon, the type of surgeon that I needed, appeared. They were able to get the surgeon that I needed, and thank God, here I am today. This happened 25 years ago? So 25 years ago this happened, and I'm here I am standing. and talking to all of you. So it's just like what Ed is talking about, the way that God works as like an ecosystem, and just events happen, but they happen for a reason. And then from there, you find out the power of God, and you find out the love of God, and you find out that God's power and God's love is real. And I'll leave you with this last story.
I'm sorry.
I know.
No more. I'm sorry.
I just want to say just one small
All right.
thing so that everybody can understand why I love this so much. And there is a cake that I did buy that I donated for this one. I'll just make it very, very quick of how God led myself, my dad, for us to be here tonight. We had a situation about a year ago where we needed help with a property that we needed for it to be worked on. It was in really bad shape. And we were leaving a place where we were working with to get the kitchen remodeled. It's called Hope Kitchen. And the owner there had suggested, you need to get a contractor. You have to find a contractor. We didn't even know what that was. We didn't even know how to do that. And through
Sorry, brother. No worries, brother.
and through the grace of God, we were leaving Hope Kitchen. Oh, you wanna?
I'm fine.
And this happened about February of last year. And as we were leaving, we hit a red light. And we were in a situation that we were like, we don't know what to do, which way to go, who to turn to, how to find someone to help us. And when we hit that red light, Dad over here looks up, sees a billboard, and what does the billboard say? Home Thesis. Yes. And there I was in the car saying to myself, how are we going to get somebody? And yes, as Eddie was saying, God is an amazing God. And God just put that billboard in front of us. And Hugo and James, we hired them. They worked on the property for us. If you go to their Instagram Home Thesis page, or Facebook, you'll see it there, August 22nd, 2024, the great work that they did. So we're so grateful. We're grateful for you, Hugo. We're grateful for you, James. We're grateful for everybody here. And we're so grateful for you, Eddie. So I'm just glad. This is the first time I've attended, and I just feel the Spirit of God here, and I love it. Thank you so much.
We got it. All right, so I want to apologize for being late today, right? I would have, it took a little bit longer to get things situated, but we are going to go through the intros. I'm going to model what that looks like, all right? We're going to stay at our seat. You're just going to simply stand up, and you're going to go simply like this. My name is Eddie Wazo. I'm in financial services. If you need life insurance and investments, I got you. Bang. All right? Because we want to know what everybody got going on, and we got a special speaker tonight, all right? So I'm going to put my man, pass the mic in the spot. We're going to start there, and we're going to go around this way, okay? I love you, Mike. Thank you so much for being here and volunteering to be the first one, all right? Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mike Flores. I'm the executive pastor of Dunamis Life Church.